Yeah. Yeah. So run your race for me is all about like running your own race and focusing on being better from who you were yesterday. Because I think, especially in the area of social media, we see all these people running different races and, running different times. And honestly, like a lot of times I coach athletes and they judge their times like 90% of the time based on what they see other people doing on social media or on Strava because they're comparing. And and yeah, I think like I look at what other people are doing from a standpoint of, oh, that's cool, and like look at their numbers and it's interesting. But I think if we're placing our value on that comparison and we're getting too caught up in their race, then it's gonna not help us. And so that's what I focus on is like just focus on doing what you've been called to do. And it's kind of like this run your races for running, but it's a life philosophy for me as well. Like I took a very unconventional path. I was going to university and studying accounting, going to go into the corporate world. And then I felt God direct me a different way. And so I followed that and life's been incredible. Like I've been able to experience so many more things than I could ever imagine, meet cool people and all of that. And so yeah, my whole mission behind Run Your Race is to encourage people, don't focus on what other people are doing. Focus on what you've been called to do and what you're up to and run your own race. Because also we know that if you're in 4-hour marathon shape, it's not going to be good if you try and do the same pace strategy as someone going for 3 hours. Like it's just not going to work for you. You may stick with them for the first 1 or 2 miles, but you're going to be gassed after. And so that's why it's important to, take your own approach and don't judge yourself based on what someone else is doing.
Yeah, most definitely in social media in that respect. And as you say, Strava and things, it makes it very difficult for some people, especially I think what I've noticed when I've been working with athletes in different sports, when they've got a big event coming up, often their emotions can get heightened, so they become more nervous, more anxious, more worried. And then the danger then is you act on that emotion and you
Yeah.
start comparing, you start looking at things even more, and then you catastrophize and it just becomes a big cycle. So
Yeah.
yeah, I know often my advice is look, if you're gonna compare, do it, but just don't do it in the last sort of 72 hours or so before a race because you're going to make matters an awful lot worse. Yeah, just interested on your thoughts around that.
Yeah. No, 100% is like you don't want to compare because it's like everyone's on a different trajectory and you don't know what they've been through or what they've gone through. So like it's like people just meeting me don't know I've been running for 7 years. They don't know I played lacrosse before that. They don't know like how many hours I've put into training. And so I'll get runners and even athletes like that I coach that are frustrated because the progress is taking a little bit slower than they expected. It's like, dude, you just started running last year. I've been at this for 7 years and probably like 10 plus years because of all the running I was doing in lacrosse. And so like you're doing yourself a disservice, judging yourself based on me because physically you probably can't like progress even faster to some extent. And so yeah, that like even I tell myself that like in things that I feel like I'm not that great in or want to improve in, it's like, dude, like just pause, slow down. You're doing great. Focus on how you're getting better from yesterday. And if you're truly, giving it everything you got and doing all the things, like eventually you will get there. It's just sometimes a matter of time.